So you're planning a trip to Rome. You're dreaming of all the incredible art, but you're also dreading the crowds, right? Well, what if I told you there's a way to get up close and personal with some of the world's greatest masterpieces without the endless queues? Today, we're going to explore that very option. When it comes to art in Rome, you've basically got this epic choice. You've got the Vatican museums. I mean, they're iconic, the collection is absolutely vast, but let's be real, the crowds can be completely overwhelming. Then you have the Borghese Gallery. Think of it as the opposite, a hand-picked collection of masterpieces in a really intimate setting, all because they have this brilliant timed entry system. It really is a choice between massive scale and quiet serenity.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is what other travelers are saying. One person on a forum put it perfectly. The Vatican Museum is crowded and you move through like cattle. The Borghese was a breath of fresh air. And that feeling, that ability to actually breathe and see the art, that's what we're talking about today. And, believe it or not, the experience starts before you even walk through the door.
First, we gotta talk about the setting. The gallery is smack in the middle of a true garden oasis. It's an instant escape from the chaos of central Rome. You see, the Villa Borghese is way more than just a park. It's like the green heart of the city. We're talking about 80 hectares. That's almost 200 acres. It's where Roman families go for their weekend picnics. It's got this charming little lake where you can rent rowboats, there's a zoo, and even a replica of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. So before you've seen a single sculpture, you're already feeling totally relaxed. So you're surrounded by all this incredible nature and space, and it just makes you wonder, right? What kind of amazing treasure could possibly be hiding right in the middle of it all? All right, let's go inside the treasure chest. The Borghese Gallery is all about giving you an intimate encounter with pure genius, and it pulls this off with one simple, brilliant rule. This number right here is the secret sauce, 180. That's it. That's the max number of people allowed inside for each 2-hour visit. No packed rooms, no jostling for a good view. It's just you, the art, and plenty of space to soak it all in. This one rule changes everything. It creates the perfect setting to meet the gallery's two superstars. First up is the undisputed master of marble, Gian Lorenzo Bernini. I'm not kidding. The Borghese Gallery is probably the single best place on the planet to really get why he was such a revolutionary talent. Just look at the life he breathes into stone. His Apollo and Daphne, it freezes the exact split second of her transformation. You can see her fingers turning into leaves. And his David is not some static pose. It's pure tension and energy, his muscles coiled, his face filled with this raw intensity. These aren't just statues, they're living stories captured in marble. And then you've got the other superstar of the collection, the bad boy of the Baroque, the absolute rebel of realism, Caravaggio. His paintings, with all their drama and shadow, are the perfect match for Bernini's sculptures. And oh, the drama in his work. The young sick Bacchus is probably a self-portrait. In David with the Head of Goliath, Caravaggio actually painted his own face on Goliath's severed head. Talk about intense. The gallery even has his Madonna dei Palafrenieri, a painting that was so scandalous for its lack of decorum that it got kicked out of St. Peter's Basilica. So how in the world did all these priceless masterpieces end up in one building? Well, the story comes down to one man and his completely ruthless vision, Cardinal Scipione Borghese. So how did he pull it off? It all happens so fast it'll make your head spin. In 1605, his uncle becomes Pope Paul V. Just 10 days later, boom, Scipione is made a cardinal. He was basically handed the keys to the kingdom, immense power, control over the family money, and he used it to build this villa and start filling it with art. But here's the thing, he wasn't just some rich guy out shopping for art. As one guide puts it, he played hardball to get his hands on these works, including stealing them. Why? Because he was protected by his title and, the fact that his uncle was the Pope. This wasn't just collecting, this was a power play, a hunt for beauty by any means necessary. And if you want the perfect example, look no further than Raphael's Deposition. In 1608, the painting was literally stolen, smuggled out of a church in Perugia in the dead of night with the help of some local friars, and sent to the cardinal in Rome. We're talking about a full-on high-stakes art heist. Okay, so we've got the gorgeous park, the crowd-free access, the mind-blowing art, and this wild backstory. So when it comes to your trip to Rome, what's the final verdict? For people who want to really see the art, To spend time with it and let it sink in, the consensus is pretty clear. The Borghese offers a visit that a lot of people find far more enjoyable than a visit to the Vatican museums. It's all about the quality of your experience, not the quantity of stuff you see. So if you're sold, here's your game plan, and you're going to want to listen close. First, reservations are an absolute must. You can't just walk up and buy a ticket. Second, only use the official website or phone number to book so you don't get ripped off. Third, be on time. Those 2-hour slots are no joke. And finally, travel light. You have to check any bag that's bigger than a small purse. Follow those steps, and you're golden. So as you plan your trip to the Eternal City, you've really got to ask yourself, what's it going to be? The endless queue or the intimate masterpiece? The choice is all yours.